Welcome back to Studio F on Fast Times Willy B. We'll be reviewing Sinners. Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Russell!
Welcome back to Fast Times Willy B. I'm Willy B. I've got Mike back with me. Mike, how you doing, man?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Doing well. So it's good to have you back.
Yes, sir.
Boy Kills World was your first review, back here for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
We got the opportunity to meet up last week unexpectedly and watch Warfare. Very good Alex Garland movie.
Yep.
If you haven't seen it, the review, go check that one out. Been out for a week. But today, we're here to talk about the latest film to hit theaters, and that is Sinners. And both big vampire fans, so obviously...
Big vampire boy.
Big vampire boy. Had to check this one out. Ryan Coogler in the director's chair. Dude doesn't make a bad movie.
Nope, 5 out of 5,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the business right now, in my opinion.
He's one of the ones where you see the name. It's like Jordan Peele, it's like Tarantino, it's like Scorsese.
You're going to the movie,
you see the name, you're like, oh, yeah. I'm there.
You don't even care who's in it. Nope. But in this case, cast-wise, we've got Michael B. Jordan, who is another actor that you see. There's a lot of those. Haley Steinfeld, you see. You're like, okay, we're in. We got an introducing here with Miles Catton.
We'll get more into his role, but
can't believe it was his first movie. Delroy Lindo was also in this film, and there was many other, but those were the bigger names. We'll start with the good. Let's just start with the acting.
Fantastic. Across the board, there's not a weak link in this cast. It is
Michael B. Jordan. You know what you're going to get from him.
Yep.
And you get excellence with two characters
twice,
which is awesome. Haley Steinfeld, she's playing this love interest who you honestly sometimes can't get a read on.
Yeah.
Like, she hates him, she loves him, and she killed it. Miles Catton, though, I mean, first movie. After the movie, I got on Letterboxd, and I was like, I've got to see what this dude was in, expecting to be like, oh, yeah. No.
It was the same with me. I was like, could have swore I know this guy from somewhere. No, he's just absolutely incredible from the jump.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what else he does. It's like Sophie Thatcher for me. Have you seen Heretic?
Yep.
Loved Heretic.
Great movie.
The first movie I saw her in was The Boogeyman, which I didn't think was great. I liked her a lot in it. And so that got me to Heretic, and then that got me to Companion. It's like that.
Companion's so good.
It was so good.
But 3 times.
Yeah, dude, it was so good. But yeah, he's now on that list where I'm like, what's he doing next?
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
So shout out to him.
I really don't think it can't be overstated how incredible of a performance this is for somebody who has never been on
a feature film.
Yeah. Ever.
For sure.
Who's acting beside Michael B. Jordan, those names that you were saying, you know what I mean?
Stars.
These are stars. And he goes up there and gives arguably the best performance.
Yeah. Yeah.
That being said, Michael B. Jordan knows what he's doing. I mean, bro plays 2 separate characters, and we were talking about this before. You can tell the differences. He's playing twins, obviously identical twins.
Yeah.
Stack and Smoke. And
awesome names.
Fantastic name.
The Smokestack Brothers, come on.
The Smokestack Brothers?
It's
the coolest.
That's kick-ass.
It's badass, dude. But they're very easily identifiable differences between not only how they talk, their different tempos in their voices, but how they act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Smoke's that more reserved, head-on straight business.
And Stack's the talker.
He's all about the fun, man. He's like, let's find freedom and let's make some fun happen.
Absolutely.
And like you said, he makes it so seamless. The scene that I always go back to is the first scene we're introduced to them. They're sitting on a car together, and they're passing a cigarette back and forth, lighting it for each other. And I'm just like, it doesn't even look like they're
oh, that's the same guy, by the way. That's the same person.
And
don't know how they do that. Movies are magic. It's awesome.
Crazy. And that goes on the editing, too. This movie, very well edited, because there's never a point in this movie where you can tell that. I mean, they have a showdown against each other. And you're never like, that's obviously,
no, every time you're like, Michael B. Jordan's fighting Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like you said, movies are magic, and the editing team, clap to you. That was fantastic. This movie is just a technical spectacle.
Yeah.
I mean, cinematography, man, it's top notch.
Yep.
It's very early in the year, but this is a movie that I think I could safely say should be nominated come award season.
For like costume design.
For a lot of things. Yeah. Costume design. I mean, I loved the set design.
Yep. It really, this is something that we kind of hit on a little bit before. It's like a period piece almost, man. So the movie starts out patiently in its approach to storytelling, and I appreciate that because you really get to see the relationships between Smoke and Stack and Sammy. I almost said this is first name. And Sammy, you see these relationships build. You know what I mean? You become a part of this like community a little bit. Yeah. And then all the cool shit happens.
Yeah. Yeah. And in that building too, it's not just these three. Like you get the relationship between Sammy and his father. Yep. You get the relationship that Smoke and Stack have with like the whole town. I mean, they got the Chow husband and wife, Bo. I don't know if did they say the wife's name? I know they say Chow, but
I think it's just Miss Chow.
It might be, but Bo is the husband's name.
Yes.
Like they have a good relationship with them. You know, you get the hug. You get with Cornbread, with Delta Slim. Like they have all of these people that are just family.
And I think that
Annie. So
can't
forget her.
Yeah. Actually, really big in the story.
And Mary. I mean, you get her introduction too in this when they're going around town collecting the group for the juke joint.
Yes, sir.
So it's really cool.
I feel like you learn so much about them in their limited screen time and those interactions before they get to the juke and all the stuff starts happening. You learn so much, and that's Coogler's writing just at its peak. Because this is to my knowledge this is his first written like screenplay.
You could tell it was a little bit of a passion project, man.
Yeah. So he did Fruitvale Station, which is based on a true story, right? He had the Black Panthers, which has material that he can write off of. I'm pretty sure this is all original. Yeah. And that is an incredible feat because this movie is absolutely worth your time.
And it's cool too because like you said, you learn so much like that when we get to the vampire stuff. When one of them
is sick, by the way.
Yeah. When one of them gets picked off, you're like, it means a little more. Like Cornbread specifically. Yep. You're like, he just got married.
Yep. You know that because
his pecker was gonna go in her mouth. Dude, apparently. Like,
yes. He was about that was the selling point.
Yeah. Like,
that was the selling point.
His wife. That's the money was gonna do that for him now. But
R.I.P. to my guy. Man.
Speaking of which, you kind of alluded to it when we left. This movie was funnier than I anticipated.
Yes, absolutely. It has a little bit of everything, and that's such a cliche to say, but it's like I said, a period piece before, a drama, but it doesn't. It's funny. It's not lighthearted. That's not the word I'm looking for. But it in the right moments, you know, it doesn't drag.
The comedic timing is perfect.
Yes, it's the comedic timing, and it is just incredible.
It has horror, thriller. Yep. It really does have everything though. A lot of the comedy coming from Delta Slim, honestly.
Yes.
Like the first vampire, like he's like, I think I just shat my pants.
It's so funny. But it's just so perfectly placed. Yeah. It's timed.
And a lot of it's Michael B. Jordan too.
Yes.
Especially Stack.
Yeah, dude. When he shot the two people, that whole scene
when Smoke shot them.
Yes, that whole scene is so funny, dude.
When he's walking in, they're still talking.
Yes.
I can't get up. It was a lot funnier than I thought it would be. Which when you're watching a movie that has you locked in with the drama and horror, and then all of a sudden you get a quick chuckle out of it too, that just adds to it, man. It really does. But this movie really had it all. We talked about the community, the set design in that little town was fantastic. Set design all the way around. I mean, Slaughterhouse was an awesome setting. Yep. To Sammy's dad's church, just being that little church in the middle of nowhere, it was cool seeing the old cars too. You know, fantastic. So they just did a really good job immersing you into the 1930s.
Yes.
And then you get to the vampire stuff, man.
Dude.
And we get a cool introduction, and something I love about this vampire story is how much it connects to the ending too, like with the guy they bought the slaughterhouse from being the uncle of the first people picked off by the vampires or vampire, and then they become the group of vampires, and then you got married to them, and then it's just a chain reaction from there. And vampires looked good. Blood and all the effects.
All the gore was perfect, dude.
It was everything you want from a vampire movie, really.
The right amount of gore. I liken it to From Dusk Till Dawn a little bit. You haven't seen that, which is a sin.
I'm sorry.
But Tarantino's somewhere smiling watching this movie because it is just everything you want from something like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. For sure. And, yeah, man, they're basically in the slaughterhouse locked in there, and we get the come in scene from Mrs. Chow, and that's when we get the showdown, and that's when things really hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
And what a fun scene. Emotional with Annie. Like you said, perfect amount of blood. You get a sacrifice from Delta, which is a sad one because he's just a character you fall in love with throughout this movie.
Miss Chow too. Even is it Chow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That I like the scene. So she charges the door and stabs. I don't know if is it Bo?
I think it is Bo. Lets his soul out.
It lets his soul out, but she starts burning with it. And then a couple minutes later, you go back and it's like she's engulfed in flames and stuff. That shot is sick.
Yeah,
dude.
You really feel bad for the daughter thinking about it now.
Yes, absolutely.
Because she just lost both parents.
True.
But it really is an emotional scene. It pulls on the heartstrings. Like the Annie scene, you promised. And oh my gosh. And then you got Mary and Stack who run off because I think it hit the human side of them a little bit, What was left, I guess, after they turned. And all the vampire stuff though was awesome. We get the Michael B. Jordan showdown.
Yeah.
We get an awesome showdown between Sammy and the head vampire, who I don't know if he's Irish because we get a little Irish jig in this movie.
Yeah,
which is a really cool scene.
Speaking of just the dancing and the music in this film as a whole. Oh my gosh, the music itself is its own character.
Yeah, it really is.
You know what I mean? It's such an integral part of the storytelling in here, and sounds fantastic.
Yeah, sound design in general was great in this movie.
Just incredible stuff. The actor who plays Sammy, if he has an album out, you're always buying it.
Yeah.
Sammy's love interest. What is Sammy's love interest's name?
She has a weird name too. I can't remember her name.
Pearl
Dean or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Fantastic voice.
Yeah.
Fantastic voice. Everything about it. The sound design, like you were saying, is just impeccable. Yeah. It's impeccable stuff, dude.
The music from the score to them singing, to the scene with the spirits.
The scene.
With
so very good movies always have a scene.
Yeah.
That in passing, if you're talking about a movie, you're like, oh, that one scene. This is the scene.
Yeah.
It's one of the coolest shots I've seen in a movie in recent memory. He mentioned it right after it happened in the theater.
Yeah.
I had goosebumps. It's one of the main story beats is that Sammy's blues playing can
lift the spirits of his ancestors, both past and future.
Yes, and there's this really cool scene when he first starts playing in the juke where it brings all that and shows there's a dude from the future playing electric guitar.
Yeah.
Right.
Very Prince-esque type look to him.
There's different cultures in there. It is just absolutely the sound in it is like you can hear all the different music being played by these cultures and the electric guitar, but it's
centuries too, not decades, centuries
of music, ancestors, like you said, past and future, and it somehow all sounds like one cohesive thing, and that's just so cool. Dude,
all while the juke is burning down around them.
Yes, man.
And it's a very well shot. It sounds amazing. It's the scene, like you said. It's the scene.
It's the scene.
Yeah, man.
If it gets nods, it's
and that's what pulls the vampires in too. Yeah. So that scene makes the movie,
Yep.
And yeah, man. And then we get a little, we get the ending payoff too. Sammy goes back and then he gets his bittersweet ending. You got Smoke who gets his bittersweet ending with the connect. And that's what I talked about, all of the little details at the beginning pay off at the end too, with like I said, with the guy that sold him the place being connected to the first victims, to him setting flowers at his daughter's grave and his ending, and dude, there's it's all full circle.
That first scene, you see the clan get up in whatever those two people's names were.
Yeah. Burton, I can't remember the wife's name.
Bert and Ernie.
Yeah,
whatever. Sure. When Smoke and Stack go to buy the slaughterhouse, the dude says the clan's dead around here, something around that, and that didn't connect until I was sitting in front of your house before this. I'm like, we shouldn't have trusted that guy at all.
No.
Yeah. No, I mean I didn't,
Yeah.
But
he had a little smirk.
But it's just
smug.
The subtle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you see that immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I love how the movie starts with like the opening scene goes back a day, and then that's basically the end of the movie. I like that a lot too. And then we get a fun little like mid credits and post credits scene. The mid credit being like old Sammy playing electric guitar now in the 90s, and you get Mary and Stack who visited him who haven't aged a day.
not even one day.
No. Nope. And then you get a little fun, Miles playing some more music for us at the end.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those movies, man, where I don't think I have anything to fret about. It's
No, I'm with you there. It deserves every bit of praise that we're currently giving, and that it is inevitably going to get from everybody else.
I mean, a pretty good turnout for a 3:45 Thursday showing. So I'm sure you're getting a Friday night and the weekend. I'm hoping movie.
It's one of those movies that deserves all of
to do well.
Yeah, all the seats it's going to fill. It's absolutely worth the 2 hours and whatever.
Yeah, the 2 hours plus. Yeah. I didn't want it to end.
No. Nope. It's just
so well shot, so well directed. I mean, the writing is so good. Just Coogler in his element.
Yeah.
For this movie.
Well, like you said, you can tell that this meant a little.
It had a little bit of passion behind it.
Yeah, there was a little more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to take anything. All those other movies are great, but you can just kind of tell that this one.
It wasn't off of a major franchise like Creed was.
It's
Black Panther.
That's his baby, I think, and it shows. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah. What else we got in the good? I mean, we feel we
everything?
talked about everything.
Yeah, everything is the good.
Yeah, from start to finish.
For me, from the opening scene to the end credit, it's just good.
Yeah, yeah.
I got nothing negative to say, man.
No, neither do I. So we can hop over to our final thoughts then. What do you want to leave off with Sinners, and what do you give it out of 10? Anything else?
We'll leave off with go watch this movie.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. We've been gushing over it for however long.
Yeah.
It's a 10 out of 10. Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of mentioned how I called my buddy and I, told him how much I loved this movie. And before I pulled into my drive, I was like, all right, I'm going to go inside and glaze this movie real quick. I mean, that's exactly what we did. It's my 10 out of 10. I mean, we got 8 months left, but it's going to take quite a movie to take this off the top of my list.
I don't know what would be the movie to does that Paul Thomas Anderson movie come out this year?
There is a Paul Thomas Anderson movie coming out this year.
The Leonardo DiCaprio one?
Yeah. That comes out this year. There are some major IPs I'm excited to watch. I don't think they'll top this though, like Jurassic World and Fantastic Four and Superman. I don't think they'll top this one 28 years later. I'm excited for that one.
Like unless Tarantino drops. I don't know what else is gonna.
Life of Chuck looks interesting.
Yes. Oh, what's that guy's name? Is it Steve? Stevens? No.
God, I just was watching the trailer for it.
Yeah, I watched it earlier today too.
I can't think of the director's name. It's
guy.
It's a pretty big name.
Yeah,
too.
It is. The second we stop this.
As soon as we click stop, we're gonna be like, dude. But that one looks interesting.
Soderbergh?
No, is it Soderbergh? I mean, he just did Black Bag, so I don't know if he has another movie coming out. It's not him.
Black Bag's good too.
It is really good. But that one's one I'm probably pretty anticipating. Some of those major IPs. Spooky season wise, I'm excited for Conjuring 4 and Black Phone 2. I don't think they'll be, like I said, I don't think they'll pass Sinners because they're, once you start getting.
Like you said, it's Sinners is a special movie, so for anything to take that spot, it's gonna have to be a special movie, man.
For sure.
It's hard to capture that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think people call movies great, like not too often because people can have their own opinion.
Yeah.
But for a movie to be this good, is crazy.
This is a movie that I would, throw a word out like. I feel like great's underwhelming.
Yeah.
Like stunning, phenomenal is the type of word I'd throw out for this.
Yes. It's just one. It's one of them ones.
Yeah.
As some would say.
I'm thinking about going to see it again in theaters.
Oh yeah, I'm probably.
I mean, it's going to be a movie I own day one. Yeah. Once it hits shelf.
I need some special release.
I don't know if I can wait that long though.
We need Turbo to see this too.
We do need Turbo would love this movie.
Would love this.
Turbo, if you're watching, man, let's make a plan and go see Sinners.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Not enough good things to say about it. One more shout out to Miles, man.
Yeah.
I got to. I mean, for first, you wouldn't have guessed it.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I didn't guess it. So.
No. Obviously, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Like I said, the screen presence amongst, Hollywood giants like that.
Yeah.
To be arguably,
yeah.
I'm interested.
I want to know A movie it kind of reminds me of is The Holdovers.
Yep.
And Dominic Sessa was casted. They did a bunch of auditions, and Giamatti handpicked him. It like makes you wonder, and it was his first movie. It makes you wonder, like, how did he get this? Yeah. Like, obviously he could have had a stellar audition, and Coogler was like, "Cool, let's run it." But like, is there somebody that recommended him, or was Michael B. Jordan like, "We've got to have that guy"? Like, it makes you wonder. Yeah. Like, you know,
it is
especially everything that just came out on like you have to have a certain amount of followers in some Hollywood movies, like, which is ridiculous, by the way. Yeah. So like, it's interesting to see like somebody take on what I mean. I guess the third biggest role because Michael B. Jordan has 1 and 2. Yeah. Take on the third biggest role of the movie, and it's his first movie. That's pretty epic.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
Shout out Miles, man.
It's, and you know what? Shout out Ryan Coogler just once again. Yeah. He makes, you know, those they're blockbuster films. You know what I mean? He's one of those directors now, in my opinion, man.
Yeah. He's on.
Does Jordan Peele's movie come out this year? Him.
Is that this year?
Is that if that's this year?
This year or next year?
Dude, if we get this and a Jordan Peele movie this year,
oh my gosh,
brother,
dude, 2025 could be a really good.
Shout out to the movies, bro.
Start going to the theaters more. Guys.
Go to the movie theater.
I mean, 2025 alone, like Sinners is obviously we just talked about it, but like Jack Quaid's having a hell of a year. Novocaine and Companion were both awesome.
I didn't see Novocaine. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, Mickey 17. Had an underwhelming box office number. That movie was awesome.
I don't get box offer. Those don't matter to me. They don't matter to me. I enjoyed that movie wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Black Bag was one we already talked about. I really liked Ash.
I didn't see Ash.
It was like a...
Is that Flying Lotus? Is that the Flying Lotus movie?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that yet.
If you like John Carpenter, check it out.
I love John Carpenter.
Who doesn't? Yeah, it's
people who are wrong. Yeah. That's who don't.
But there's been a lot of good movies this year, man, so far. And there's been a lot of stinkers. The year started slow, but... You know, we're getting there, man. April's been pretty epic. I loved Warfare. We already talked about that one. I was a big fan of Hell of a Summer, and I had a really good time with the Minecraft movie. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
it's not
everything I've heard about the Minecraft movie has come from children's parents that I like work with.
It's not
like my kids loved it.
And you're not going there for cinema. No. You're going there for a good time, though.
Yeah.
April's been awesome, man.
Yeah.
I've been leaving the theaters really pumped this April, so that's all. That's
good. The movies are just an experience like no other.
And dude, what about the resurgence for vampire movies? In the past year,
I will take more vampire.
We've got Abigail Nosferatu in this.
Yeah.
And dude, vampires has always been
for the longest time. I thought it was something that never got enough love.
Mm-hmm.
And now
underrated monster.
Yeah, honestly.
That'll do it for Sinners. Mike, thank you, man, for
coming on.
Thank you all for watching. If you like what you're watching, check out some other videos. Hit the subscribe button or follow the social links down below. All of it is appreciated. But we'll talk to you all very soon. And go check out Sinners.